A man went to a fortune teller. The teller looked into the crystal ball and said, "In the near future, you will be poor, lonely, and always in trouble." The man, "So what should I do, fortune teller?" "I think you should cut back on fortune-telling expenses." Do you think this is a reasonable explanation? If you find it funny, please like and subscribe. Have you ever wondered what the future holds? Do you feel lost, searching for a sign, a whisper from the universe to guide your next step? We've all been there. Today, I want to share a story with you, not a fairy tale, but something that happened to me. Something that completely changed how I see my life and my future. It's a story about a visit to a fortune teller, but the advice I received was not what I expected at all. I was at a crossroads in my life. My job felt like a dead end. My relationships were complicated, and I just felt stuck in a loop. I was scrolling online one night, and I saw an ad for a local psychic. A fortune teller who promised clarity and guidance. I was skeptical, of course, but also desperate. So, I booked an appointment. I remember walking into her small, cozy room, filled with the scent of incense and old books. She had kind eyes and a warm smile. I sat down, my heart pounding, ready for her to tell me my destiny. She took my hand, looked at my palm, and then looked straight into my eyes. I waited for her to tell me about a new job, a soulmate, or a hidden lottery win. But instead, she said something that threw me off completely. She said, "The future is not a destination you arrive at. It's a path you create, step by step. I can't tell you what will happen, but I can tell you what you have the power to change right now." She then gave me 3 pieces of advice, and they had nothing to do with crystal balls or tarot cards. The first piece of advice was to clean my house. Not just literally, though she did say, "A tidy space leads to a tidy mind." She meant I needed to declutter my life. I had to let go of the things, people, and habits that were weighing me down. Think about it. That old shirt you never wear, that friendship that only brings negativity, that habit of procrastinating on your dreams, they're all just clutter. They take up space in your life that could be filled with new opportunities and positive energy. So I went home that day and I cleaned out my closet. I unfollowed social media accounts that made me feel bad about myself, and I had some very difficult but necessary conversations. It was hard, but with every bag I threw out, with every toxic tie I cut, I felt lighter. I was making room for the future I wanted, not just waiting for it to appear. Her second piece of advice was to learn a new language. Now, I thought she meant literally learning French or Spanish. She smiled and said, "Yes, that's a good start, but what I really mean is to learn the language of others." She told me to practice active listening. How often do we listen to someone just to wait for our turn to speak? We're so busy formulating our reply that we miss what the other person is truly saying. She challenged me to listen with the intent to understand, not just to respond. To learn the language of empathy, to see the world from someone else's perspective. I started practicing this with my family, my friends, even the cashier at the grocery store. It was incredible. I started understanding people on a deeper level. My relationships improved because I wasn't just hearing words. I was hearing feelings, needs, and dreams. I was connecting with people in a way I never had before. This new language opened up a world of connection and understanding that I never knew was possible. The third and final piece of advice was the most profound. She told me to plant a seed. Again, not just in a garden. She told me to plant a seed of growth within myself every single day. This could be anything: reading one page of a book, doing a 5-minute meditation, taking a short walk, writing down one thing I'm grateful for. She explained that great things don't happen overnight. They are the result of small, consistent actions. A huge oak tree grows from a tiny acorn, but only with consistent sun, water, and time. She said, stop waiting for a miracle to change your life. Be the miracle. Plant a seed of positive change every day and watch yourself grow into something magnificent. So I did. I started small. I committed to a 10-minute walk every morning. Then I added reading for 15 minutes before bed. Then I started a gratitude journal. Some days it was hard to stay consistent, but I kept picturing that tiny seed. I knew that even on the days I didn't feel like it, I was still watering that seed. And slowly but surely, things began to change. I felt more energetic, more positive, and more in control. The small habits compounded, creating a massive shift in my mindset and my reality. I wasn't waiting for the future anymore. I was actively building it, one small seed at a time. I left the fortune teller's room that day feeling not like someone who had their future told, but like someone who had been handed the tools to build it. Her advice wasn't mystical or magical. It was practical, actionable, and deeply empowering. It wasn't about destiny. It was about discipline. It wasn't about fate. It was about choice. She taught me that the future isn't some distant, foggy land we're trying to reach. It's right here, in this very moment. The future is the sum of all the choices we make today. If you're feeling lost or stuck right now, I want you to remember these 3 things. 1. Clean your house. Let go of what's holding you back. Declutter your physical and mental space to make room for new growth. 2. Learn a new language. Practice empathy and active listening. Connect with the people around you on a deeper, more meaningful level. And 3. Plant a seed. Commit to one small, positive action every single day. Consistency is the secret ingredient to transformation. You don't need a fortune teller to tell you your future. You are the author of your own story. You have the power to clean the slate, to learn a new way of being, and to plant the seeds of the life you dream of. The most powerful magic in the universe isn't in a crystal ball. It's inside of you. It's the power of choice, the power of action, the power of creating your own destiny, one small, intentional step at a time. So what's one thing you can do today? What clutter can you clear? Who can you truly listen to? What tiny seed of growth can you plant right now? Don't wait for a sign, be the sign. Start today. Start now. Your future self will thank you for it. Thank you so much for watching and for letting me share this part of my journey with you. If this story resonated with you, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. Let me know which piece of advice you're going to try first. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe for more stories and insights. See you in the next one.